You're thinking of buying your first home, stop right here. You need to watch this video. I guarantee you it's going to save you so much time and money. Today we're talking about the 5 most common mistakes that first-time homebuyers make. And if you stay to the end, I'll tell you where you can find 2 bonus tips. Welcome back. I'm Kelly Vaughan with the Vaughan team and Keller Williams McKinney. Thank you for joining us. If this is your first visit to our channel, be sure to hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and give us a thumbs up. Here we talk about everything related to life, community, and real estate in the suburbs north of Dallas. If you are thinking of moving to the suburbs north of Dallas or even around in the area, give us a call, shoot us a text. We would love to help you make your move. Okay, so we're talking about 5 common mistakes that first-time home buyers make. We're going to count down. So, mistake number 5, not saving enough money. When you're buying a home, it's a lot more than just your down payment. True, you do need a down payment, and the more you can put down on your house, the more money you'll save over the long term because you'll get a better interest rate and will qualify for better loan programs. But there's more to buying a home than just your down payment. When you buy a house, you are also going to be on the hook for some closing costs. Those generally run about 1% to 2% of the purchase price, so be sure to keep that factored in. You're going to need to pay your insurance up front, and you're going to need to be prepared to escrow for taxes. You're also going to need to pay that HOA. So keep in mind, there is more to buying a house than just the down payment. And this, of course, assumes that you don't need to make any repairs to your house or you don't want to change anything. So you're going to need money to do that too. So just keep that in mind. Mistake number 4. Expecting perfection. If you've watched any real estate show on TV for more than a hot minute, it's really easy to understand that a lot of first-time homebuyers expect the house that they buy to be perfect. Nothing needs to be updated. Nothing needs to be changed. You know, the carpet is perfection. It doesn't need to be cleaned. And the house has everything you've ever wanted. Well, one thing that I always tell my first-time homebuyers is that this is not your forever home. This is your for now home. So keep in mind that it's not going to be perfect. What you really need in a first-time home is the right location. You need the right number of bedrooms for your family right now and probably your family in the next 5 years. And you need something that you can afford so that you can get used to being a homeowner. Beyond that, anything else is sort of gravy. Just keep in mind, nothing is going to be perfect. So manage your expectations. It'll save you a lot of heartache and heartburn throughout the home search process if you understand what your must-haves are and then what your wants are, and that those 2 things are indeed different. Mistake number 3, not understanding the true cost of home ownership. Just like when you're buying a house, there's more to buying a house than just your down payment. There's more to owning a house than just your mortgage payment. Keep in mind that as a homeowner, you are going to be responsible for all the maintenance on your house. If you have a leaky faucet, if you have a window that breaks or a door that needs to be replaced, that's going to be on you. There is no longer a landlord or a super that you can call and get that stuff fixed. So it's a good idea to keep some money in reserve to make sure that you can cover those small repairs that come up. Another good tip is to make sure that when you're buying your house, that you talk to your realtor about a home warranty, and that if there is one, that you keep that, you maintain it. over the life of you owning the home. It will save you money in the long run. Also, as a homeowner, you're going to be responsible for paying taxes. Most of the time, your taxes are going to be escrowed by your mortgage company, and that monthly amount is going to be rolled into your mortgage payment. But if you don't escrow your taxes, just keep in mind that at the end of the year, that tax bill is going to come due. And sometimes that can be a little bit of a shocker. Especially in Texas, our property taxes tend to be higher than most other places, but that's because we don't have a state income tax. You're also going to need to pay for your homeowner's insurance. Most lenders won't allow you to proceed with a mortgage unless you have homeowner's insurance lined up. And in most states, most policies are either a 1 or 2% deductible. So that can be a pretty hefty chunk of change if you have a storm come through and you need your roof replaced, or you have a flood and you need to file a claim. You are going to be on hook for your deductible, so keep that in mind as well. If your neighborhood, the house that you buy is in a neighborhood with an HOA, you're going to need to pay your monthly or annual HOA fees. In Texas, homeowners associations do have the right to foreclose on your home if you don't pay those fees, so it's really important to make sure that you stay up and current with your homeowners association. Mistake number 2, not understanding the current market. If the market is anything like it is right now, it is a seller's market. And that means that you're going to need to react as a buyer a little bit differently than you would if the market were a little bit more balanced or if the market were in your favor. Right now, in a seller's market, buyers need to be prepared to act quickly and maybe pay a little bit over asking, or be flexible in what they're asking in terms of repairs or in terms of concessions. There may not be any offered by the seller because there are more buyers lined up behind you. So understand your market, talk to your realtor about what's going on in the current market, how inventory is out there. Are there plenty of homes, or are there, like it is right now, not a lot of homes to be found? And when there is a good house in a good neighborhood, in good condition, it goes like hotcakes, or there are multiple offers. So just understand what's going on in the local market so that you as a buyer can respond accordingly and use it to your advantage. And mistake number 1, and this is a big one, looking before you're pre-approved. It is so much fun to get on the real estate portals and start looking at homes and dreaming and fantasizing about what your first home is going to be like. That's completely normal. My advice, though, is to get pre-approved first. Get with a good local lender who understands your local market and can guide you into what type of down payment you need, what all your costs are going to be, and what your mortgage rate is going to be, therefore what you will qualify for overall. The last thing you want is to start looking at houses that are in a price point that ultimately you can't or don't want to afford. It can be so heartbreaking for buyers who are looking at outside of their price point, thinking that that's something that they can make work, and then they end up either not being able to make it work or choosing not to make it work. And then their expectations sort of have to be reevaluated and remanaged because they've fallen in love with this $500,000 house and they really are only comfortable being at a $400,000 price point. So just keep that in mind. If you need a good local lender, talk to your realtor. They have a lot that they work with. I know we do, and they will treat you well. They know the local market and they will be responsive to you. Now, if you're a first-time home buyer and you want some additional information on how to go about this process, we've got a link down in the description box that has a PDF for you that's got 2 bonus tips on things you need to avoid when you are buying your first home. And then right here, we have a video for you on how to get your offer accepted in a seller's market. Thanks for joining us. Have a great day. Be kind to each other. We'll see you next time. Bye.